A month show from the Winsted Y, where we just talk about community health issues and ways that people stay active and healthy with their families and individuals and organizations. And we've got a packed show for you tonight. We've got two different guests as well as a little feature about an event we had at the Y a few weeks ago. And I just want to let you know at the beginning of the episode here, if you're watching us live, we will be taking your phone calls later on, and watch for the new phone number for CTV 13, which will be getting up on the screen when we begin taking calls. But get ready with that dialing finger because we'd love to hear from you. But we're going to start off right now. I'd like to introduce Samantha Endersby Smith, who is the coordinator of the Winchester Champs program, which is an after-school program. It's a partnership, and we're going to hear a lot more about it. But Sam, I think you brought with you a little video to show.
Absolutely.
Would you like to introduce what we're going to see?
Sure. Champs is an after-school program for kindergarten through third graders in Winsted, and I'm really excited to be here and talk about it, and let's show the video.
All right, excellent.
After multiple unsuccessful grant applications, in 2011, the Winchester School District received the good news that it had been selected as one of the towns to participate in that year's after-school grant program, funded by the Connecticut Department of Education. The focus of the grant is to determine the benefits of children's participation in after-school programming on their success in school, academically, socially, and behaviorally. Soon after the notification, WASA, the Winchester After School Alliance, jumped into action. WASA is a partnership of town organizations who work with children: the public school system, the Family Resource Center, the PTO, the Winsted Area Child Care Center, the Winsted YMCA, the Beardsley Memorial Library, and the Winchester Youth Services Bureau. Working together, WASA implemented CHAMPS, a joint after-school program serving the most at-risk children in kindergarten through grade 3. By focusing on the youngest students, WASA is hopeful that benefits from the program will help children be successful throughout their school career. More than just an advisory board, the members of WASA are active participants in the administration of CHAMPS. Each partner hosts a share of the program at their site, giving children a wide variety of activities from which to choose, such as Big Messy Art, Cooking Club, Puppet Making, Storybook Theatrics, Gym Games, Swim Lessons, Lego Club, Art History, Zoology, Computer Club, and much more. And with the lineup of classes changing every 8 weeks, there is never a shortage of choices. Each day has a similar framework from site to site, including free transportation, provided by the existing school bus routes, healthy snacks and homework time, complemented by that site's curriculum. More than just fun activities, the curriculum is carefully developed to support the learning that the children are experiencing in school. While the children may think they're just playing with Legos, they're also being taught math, science, and engineering along the way. And when the youth services staff are making puppets with the children, they don't realize that they are also exploring their social-emotional growth at the same time. Over the first 2 years, WASA has tweaked and transformed the program in many ways, arriving at its current formulation that has been proven to be a success. And thanks to the grant funding provided by the State Department of Education, scores of children have had the benefit of an enriching after-school experience. While the official data is still being reviewed, it is clear that many kids are seeing improvements in school, with their teachers noticing a difference. WASA is optimistic about the future of CHAMPS and is eager to expand to additional grades, including a version geared toward the town's middle schoolers.
Well, Sam, that was great. It was I think a wonderful synopsis of the program. It's short history. Of course, full disclosure to our viewers, the Y is one of the members in this WASA partnership, so I'm pretty familiar with the program, which is going to make it for an easy conversation here tonight. But just to kick it off, our program here focuses on health. How would you say CHAMPS really makes health a part of the program?
Sure, in a lot of different ways. So first, we always start off with snack at Champs, and we always make sure that's a healthy snack. And we definitely introduce to the kids why we're choosing the snacks that we're choosing. You know, a lot of fruits and vegetables, and carbs for some energy, and lots of water for hydration. Certainly the YMCA, when our kids go to the YMCA, that's a great example of the kids getting on their feet and into action with inside the gym. They always have swim lessons at the YMCA. But certainly at all of our sites, they're very active. That's definitely a part of our program. Sure, there's some downtime. Sure, there's some homework time. But we want our kids to be as active as possible. And we tell them why they're going to be as active as possible as well, to keep them strong and all that good stuff for exercise and things like that.
Sure. And can you tell me a little bit more about how the partnership developed, how this whole thing came to be. I know you mentioned the grant in that short piece.
Sure. Well, WASA was definitely around long before I was a part of CHAMPS, and it's been really exciting to work with WASA. WASA is made up of a lot of different organizations in the town of Winsted, and they've come together to try to create these opportunities for children in our town, in our school district. So the YMCA is a part of it, and the Beardsley Memorial Library, the Winchester Public Schools, the PTO. Who am I missing? There's definitely more people involved.
Family Resource Center.
Sure.
I know.
The Parks and Rec Department is just getting on board now. We're reaching out to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to be a part of that soon. So we're really excited that all these different people have come together just for the good of our kids. And so CHAMPS is part of that. CHAMPS is a product of WASA. And CHAMPS has been running for 2 years. This is the second year that it's been running. But we definitely hope to expand to hopefully middle school next year. But we definitely want to reach as many kids as possible in our town.
So tell me a little bit more about how this fits into the big picture of the state with the grant and what that's all about.
What do you mean?
You know, there are other towns doing similar programs.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the state offers this grant certainly to anybody in Connecticut that's looking, any town in Connecticut that's looking for this grant. But it's been a struggle for us to get it. It's kind of a competitive grant, and I'm excited that Winsted was able to get it a couple years ago. We're grateful for the state that they've had the budget to do this in the last several years. And yeah, there's many different towns in Connecticut that are involved in this, and I'm excited to be on the same page as a lot of those grants as well.
Excellent. And I know in the 2 short years that Winchester's been doing it, it's gotten a great reputation for the program.
Yeah, absolutely. I think something that makes our grant or our program a little bit unique to a lot of other grants is because of the partnership that we have, and our kids aren't just staying at school. There are certainly programs at Bachelor and at Hinsdale and Winsted that they can be a part of, but they don't have to go there every single day. We do have other places in town for them to go to, and I think that's a very unique part of our program, and I think it's a very exciting part of our program because the kids not only get the opportunity to go to these different places that they might not have time for or might not have transportation for with their parents or whatever, but they're also seeing just different organizations in town that are just there for the good of them. They're just there to increase their health and increase their education, but the kids don't know that. They just think they're having fun.
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone line, so if anybody wants to participate in the conversation, tell us about your experience with CHAMPS, ask a question about CHAMPS, we'd love to hear from you. So we've got the new phone number up on the screen now, so feel free to give a call over to channel 13 here. Now, what would you say have been some of your biggest successes this year that you really like to talk about?
Oh, my kids. My kids are just doing such great things in this program, all the kids that we serve. I think there's a lot of different specific situations that we could talk about, but I know that teachers have definitely I love being in contact with the teachers about this program because we have some great teachers who are just so gung-ho about this program and have seen the benefits of this program for specific kids. I think it takes the stress off homework time at home. We can do it in the program. We can do it quickly. We can do it with the help of teachers in our program, and then not worry about it. Then get on to playtime and our enriching program, which the kids don't know they're learning anything. But so I think taking the stress of homework off parents has been really key. I think it's been really key for teachers to see that the homework is getting done, it's getting done well, they're getting the help they need in our program as well. I definitely think just staying active after school has been really important. And we know this because parents call us and say, hey, what has our kid been doing? They're exhausted, and that's good. They go home, they eat dinner, they go to sleep, and that's great. But just being able to get the kids up and moving has been really exciting for me.
Excellent. And the partnership itself, how has that progressed?
I love being a part of all these different organizations working together. I think, like I said before, it's very unique. I think it's very unique, and I'm excited that Winsted's on the forefront of this. It's definitely, I think it takes the strengths of each of the organizations and puts it on a plate, and I can kind of just choose from all these different strengths that all these different places offer. Not many after-school programs involve a pool. Not many after-school programs involve a cooking class where you could go and use a kid's kitchen, but we have that opportunity at Base. just like we have the pool at the YMCA. So I think the partnership has allowed all these different strengths to just be so easy to use. And I think the partnership has progressed because as Champs has changed, Champs has certainly changed a lot in the 2 years, and only the 2 years that we've run it, they've allowed me personally to change different aspects of the program that we see can be improved, or sure, why not try something new? I think it's great that the partnership can just say, yeah, sure, go ahead, try it. We have all these different things that we can utilize, why not use it? So flexibility has been really great.
And how's participation been in the program?
Good. I think there's a lot of different opportunities in Winsted to choose from. So I certainly understand when families are choosing other opportunities as well, and I'm on board with that. I'm excited that kids have all these opportunities. Participation, I think, has been great, and it's only going up, and that's exciting for me. And as participation is going up, we are seeing new members in the partnership and new ways to reach out in the community. And like I mentioned before, I don't know if it's too soon to say it, but we are hoping to get the Parks and Rec department are on board, but we're hoping to use them a little bit in the years to come. So that's cool.
Excellent. So you said you're getting more kids, so are there still opportunities for other kids to get involved if they hear this and they say, Mom, Dad, I want to go to Champs?
Absolutely. We have a spring session actually starting on Monday, so if any kids are excited, please call your school. There's always registration information at Hinsdale and at Bachelor, and we can always get information to St. Anthony's as well. So there's definitely room available. We could definitely squeeze you guys in. There's a Lego club that might be, we could only squeeze a couple more kids into that track, but we're really excited. There's always room, and we can always make room too. We can always add more tracks and more activities.
Excellent. And I know it's the cost is very reasonable as well.
Absolutely. If I could be as forward as to provide the cost is $40 a week, $10 a day, but we do have a sliding fee scale. No families are turned away because of the inability to pay. We know what's going on with the economy, and we just want to serve the families. Because we're grant funded, we've been very fortunate enough to not have to turn anybody away. We could always provide financial assistance, and I always invite people to just talk to me about that, and we can always figure out a way for their kids to come.
And I know frequently the kids who are most in need of the benefit of the program are typically the ones who can least afford to pay. So it's a nice match.
Yep, absolutely.
So what does the future hold in store for Champs? Where does it go from here?
I'm really
Assuming
excited.
It's funded for another 2 years.
Absolutely. I think that's our next struggle. is of course we want to do it. We want to be a part of the grant as it goes forward. We want to keep applying for this grant. But right now it's not on the budget for the state, and I think that's important to note. I think that we've been